Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Today we're going to go over the 1965 Buick Riviera Grand Sport. It's painted in the proper black. That's what it came with from the factory. It was painted 25 years ago and it shows extremely well. We just had the paint completely buffed. We're going to go over this thing top to bottom, give you a test drive, and throw it in the air. To find out more information on this specific ride, which is one of my favorite Rivieras because it has the clamshells that actually work, click on the link below. It'll give you options for financing, transport, along with a full detailed description and underside shots. Thanks again. This is a nice one. I'd rate this easily a 9 out of 10. Paint shows extremely well. As I said, we just had it buffed. You can see yourself in the reflection. I can put this piece of paper here and you can read it. This is actually the window sticker, a copy of it on what was included. So this is an original 425 with the dual quad carburetors. It's an X222 block and the VIN number does match the VIN in the door sill. Look at how nice it is. You could see yourself filming it right now. Red line tires with the correct wheels. All the gaps are proper. The chrome is extremely nice. I see a little bit of adhesive on this strip right here, but that's me being really picky. Underneath the hood, you got the original Wildcat motor. So it's 425, 360 horsepower. And what I'm going to do right now is take my sandpaper out. That's right, some sandpaper, and we're going to go over the numbers here and then over here too. So we've got an X222 913083. Remember that number, 913083. Come over here and take a look at this trim tag right here. We've got 913083. So that's the numbers matching motor, X222 block. So that is the Wildcat dual quad engine that came with this car. This is not a color change and it's extremely nice. Back to the engine, you've got the correct carburetors, which I'm going to show you right now. All right, you pull that off and then I usually use this and I'll lift. You can see that there's two screws that are holding this in place, so we're going to take those off and I want to show you the carburetor numbers. Got our Phillips head. You're going to be careful because you don't want this to fall on the carburetor. Okay, so these are the proper carburetors. You can see that the rubber is still original. There's no leaks of any kind. Someone has touched up the engine, and that's because I believe the timing chain and water pump were done by the collector prior to us. It's a two-owner car, so the original owner sold it to the collector, which is Gene David. You can see that everything's plumbed properly, and these are the right carburetors in place. 1743s with electronic choke. I'm gonna put it back together, tightening the last screw, and we'll go for a test drive after we do the final walk around. AC works as it should, power steering works, and the brakes work great. You can see your AC condenser is original, as is your radiator. Brand new battery with a kill switch, so you can pop that off. You've got your coolant reservoir bottle right here, and then you have a trim tag over there as well. So I go close to that so everybody can see that. So this is pretty rare. It was built in Flint, Michigan. It's got the Grand Sport Performance Group, which is a W17 code, which is a 425 with two 4-barrel carbs. It does have the AM/FM radio with electric antenna, which does operate. We'll show you that. Rear seat speaker, air conditioned ride and handling package, which is a W19. Remote control side view mirror, we'll test that too. The seats are D16s, which it does have a rear seat center armrest, and then it does have custom trim bucket seats with cloth and vinyl, which is proper. That's the A50 code. And we're gonna have this in our gallery. So if you click on the link below, everything will be broken down. Seats are in great shape, those are original. Steering wheel's in great shape. All your gauges work. The only option this car doesn't have is a tack. I'm gonna get inside right now. It's cold, I haven't started it. Clock is still working. Amp light's working. Starts right up. 90,675 miles. Motor's been serviced, as I said. Radio works. Horn works. Let's see if the radio reverb works. Yeah, radio reverb does work. You got your courtesy lights. If the door was closed, they work. Accessories. I actually don't know what that's for, but. And then we have our antenna, which does operate. So take a look. Antenna's going up and down as it should. And the best part about this car, since it's like 99 degrees today, the AC. So you can turn it on and it blows ice cold air. So we'll put it at the coolest setting. And I've got cold air coming through. All of my vent balls are in great shape. I know that sounds funny, but they're not loose, so they're not spinning around. Gas gauge is working as it should. It's got the compass as well. Everything about this car is right. This is a beautiful piece, and it's not a color change car. All your windows go down as they should. So I'm putting all the glass down for you. And I'm sorry if this is a longer video. I just want to showcase how nice this car really is. Once I finish showing you all that, I'm going to actually continue the walk around. But look at how nice the Fisher door panels are. All of the rubbers inside here. This is all original. It's beautiful. When you close the door, listen to it. So, it's perfect. Red line tires. Quarters are in great shape. I don't see any paint imperfections except for right here. 2 small dots and a dot right there. This is the proper key. How neat is that? So you swivel this, you're able to put the key in and pop the trunk. You're gonna see these wires like this because we keep them disconnected so the battery doesn't draw in case the trunk's open. But if you hook this up, you're gonna see that the light for the inside of the trunk is gonna light up. It's gonna illuminate right there. And then you do have your light that swivels out in case you get a flat tire. You can just roll it right back up in there. That's cool. I'm gonna disconnect it just because we're gonna store it. Look at how nice the inside of the trunk is while I do that. Let me pull this one. We're good to go. Rubbers are nice. They look original. Spare tire cover. Jack is right there as well. What a beautiful piece. Trunk closes easily. Riviera badge is nice. All the chrome is nice. When you look down the passenger side, all the gaps are even and it shows extremely well. We've gone over all the features on the inside. When we go for the test drive right now, we'll go over all the interior components and actually let you guys see that 3-speed transmission shift. You can see how nice the passenger side is. I don't see any imperfections on this side, except for the same thing that I saw on the driver's side. 2 bubbles, 1 small one here, 1 small one here. Remember, this was painted over 25 years ago. I don't see much overspray except for right here on this rubber piece. You can see that. And that's not fresh. I'm gonna start it up right now so you can hear it from the outside, and we'll take it for a test drive. Also, before you get in there, I want to show you guys the headlights working. There we go. Let you guys hear what it sounds like. No smoke or hesitation. No funny sounds, no knocking. Super smooth. You can see the Grand Sport emblem right here. I see a small chip in the paint. It's a really nice car. Dual exhaust, true dual exhaust. Let's show you the headlights. How cool is that? It's like a set of machine guns under there. And you just click it and it closes up. It's neat. Let's go for a ride, jump in. We're inside the car right now. Horn works, just started it. Got the air blowing. Radio works, as I said before. You've got a little compartment here with the books, and the trunk release does work. That's really neat. And then your Buick Owner's Protection Plan. That's awesome. You have your ashtray right here. Another ashtray back here. These look like this is where you would put your seatbelt if not in use. Yep. What we'll do is we'll take it around the block. I'm going to test out the other features, which would be the cruise control, air conditions cold. You do have a seat that actually operates. Passenger side, you can hear the motor, but it's not moving. That's pretty much the only gripe I've had with this car so far. Headliner is extremely nice. Proper color material. You can feel this engine just wants to go. Steering's tight too, so I can move it and it's going left to right. There's not a lot of play. As I said, AC is blowing cold. All the windows work as they should. This is a really nice Riviera GS. The best part about it is the dual quad, so this thing rips. This was fast back in the day. I mean, I think it was 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. That's fast in 65. All right, we're going around 40 miles an hour. We're gonna test the brakes out. Brakes don't pull left or right. Nice and easy. Let's see how she does. It's pretty peppy. That was to 55 miles an hour. We'll test it out again. You can hear the secondary carb open up when you give it gas. Let's go to our back road so we can get you guys some outside shots. If you have any questions about this specific ride, give us a call at 954-363-2261. Runs and drives very nicely. Steering feels good, brakes feel good. Overall, I'd say this is a overall package, an 8 out of 10 for originality, 1 repaint. The sway bar bushings have been redone. All the suspension feels good. We're going over bumps right now with no issues. And a lot of the interior components are original and still work, including the clock and all of your gauges. We're gonna try out the cruise control when we get out there to see if it works. All right, we're gonna test out the cruise control. So you set your dial for what speed you wanna be at. So we're gonna set it for 40. And I'm gonna hold this down. And you see the cruise lights staying on. That means the cruise should be holding in place. But I believe there's a vacuum issue because it is not holding. But it's pretty neat to see the light work. We'll turn it off. And this is the dial for your cruise control. I wonder if it lets you set it to 100 and, oh, it lets you go to 105 miles an hour for your cruise control. That's neat. I'm gonna turn around here and drop off your seat so we can get some outside shots, do some drive-bys for you. I hope you guys like that test drive. We're gonna get over here and I'm gonna show you how the acceleration is, let you guys make a decision on if this is the right GS for you. Remember, this is an X222 block, numbers matching, and pretty much everything works with the exception of the cruise control. Otherwise, that's all I can really pick out on this one. All right, let's test out the acceleration. Are you ready? That's to 60. Very smooth, brakes are even. We're stopping right now. We're gonna turn right into our property. Thanks again.